my bed, I got nothing to do. Take out my phone, 1 second, right to you. I'm really bored. Please don't ignore.
So hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my channel if you are new. My name is Ellie and I create fashion, lifestyle, interior and travel content here on YouTube. And today I am going to be filming probably my most highly anticipated, highly requested video ever. And I'm a little bit nervous to be putting it out there because I feel like there's been so much hype around it and it's just been asked for so much that I really hope it lives up to expectation, and that is my office slash dressing room tour. Now if you follow me on Instagram you would have seen so much of this office already, and if you've been here a while on YouTube you'll recognize this corner because I use this a lot for my filming setup. Now this is the spare bedroom in our flat, so it is a very multifunctional room. It's my office, it's my dressing room, and it's also our guest bedroom. We only live in a 2-bed flat, but that second room for me was non-negotiable to be a space for me to work. I do work from home and I do have to do a lot of styling. I do have to be filming videos. I need somewhere where I can get a bit of peace and quiet. So for me that was non-negotiable. We needed that second bedroom for me to be able to work. And I will tell you now, my office is not normally this tidy. I have very much had to clean for this video. If you guys know me, you know that this is the room in the house that I am not anal about. This is the room that has a wardrobe 90% of the time, and it just has things on every single surface in this room. So I did tidy up for this video. This isn't an accurate representation of what this room normally looks like, but nonetheless this is how I want it to look ideally, and this is how it looks when guests come over and when I've actually tidied it. So I feel like that was the longest intro in the world. I'm really sorry, but I hope that this video lives up to your expectations and that you enjoy a nosy around my office. So this is the first thing that you see as you walk through the door. Now this is a very multifunctional room, so as well as being my office and my wardrobe room, it's also our guest bedroom. We only live in a 2-bed flat, so we do need somewhere for guests to be able to stay when they come over, when we have family and friends. So I think this is called the Hemnes bed. It's from IKEA and it just pulls out into a double bed when we need it. It's so handy because I can tuck it away and have it out of the way and in the corner when I need to have this as my office, and then when we have guests over we just pull it out, and it's actually a really comfy bed for them to stay on. So I just cover it in pillows, mainly just to make it look a little bit nicer, because obviously it is just a small IKEA bed, it's nothing fancy. So most of the pillows are from Matalan Home. This one's actually from Sainsbury's Home, and it's the softest pillow you will ever feel. I honestly just love covering over and just stroking it because it's so soft. And then this face pillow I get asked about all the time. This is from made.com. Now I do a bit of work with Made, but this is something that I bought with my own money. I saw it online and I was like, I need that in my life. I bought it and I think it's really cool. I will be linking it down below if you want to shop it, because I get so many questions about this pillow. You guys seem to absolutely love it. And then moving over onto this wall, so I have a couple of Desenio prints. I absolutely love Desenio. I've done some work with them in the past, so this one was part of a campaign, but this one I bought with my own money. And I did used to have a blue kind of ocean print in that frame, but I wanted this room to be very neutral, quite pink, quite girly. It's the only room in the house that's like all mine, so I wanted it to look very me. So I replaced the print with this gorgeous like artwork of this woman. I think it's just absolutely stunning. It looks really classy, and this kind of line drawing design is very in at the moment, and I love how it looks, especially just over the bed. It ties in really nicely with the decor and all the pillows, the kind of pinky purpley neutral tones in the room, and I absolutely love it. Okay, and then moving on to this corner over here. Please do excuse the fact that there's scaffolding outside. We currently have building works going on in our building, but I'm filming this really early so that I could get in before the builders arrive and before the noise starts. But this corner over here, so you might notice about our flat, we have a bit of an odd window situation. So our windows stretch the entirety of the wall, which sounds great and it does let in a lot of light, but it means that styling up the window sills can be quite tricky. So the way that I usually do it, I like to put a lot of plants, a lot of baskets and blankets, and just make it as cozy as possible. So this plant here, this is a faux plant from Matalan Home. I think the basket's also from Matalan Home, and I really like how it looks. I'm sure you guys would have seen him before. He features in a lot of my videos, and I really like him because he doesn't look too fake, but also I know that these kind of banana leaf plants are really hard to care for, and I'm not the best plant mum, so I decided to get a faux one, and I love him. I love how he looks. And then next to him is this little guy. I picked him up from Sainsbury's Home. If I can find the link to him, I will link him down below because I absolutely love him. Again, he's faux, he's not real, and I really like how he's quite dangly, but like not too much. I know that sometimes when you get a dangly plant, it can literally like go all the way down and look a little bit much. So I just put him on top of this tiny little stool, which my little brother actually bought for me for Christmas, and it's just the cutest thing ever. It's like the smallest stool in the world. And when he bought it, all my family were like, what is she going to do with that? And he just knew. He was like, she's going to decorate with it. Trust me. And I love it. I think it's really, really cute, and it works quite well just sitting next to my chair just to use as a bit of decor. Now here we have another print from Decenio. This is another one that I worked with them on a campaign, and I love the saying on this. It says, feelings are much like waves. We can't stop them from coming, but we can choose which ones to surf. And I really love that as someone who is a rather emotional person. I just need to remind myself of that sometimes. And having this here so that when I'm working and I can see it all the time, I really, really like. Now, as well as being an emotional person, I'm also a very cold person, so I like to have lots of blankets and everything. So this chair, this is from made.com. And again, I bought this with my own money. I know I do a lot of work with them, but this one was a purchase from myself, to me, love me. And I absolutely love how it looks. I really, really like the sheepskin on it. I think it makes it look really cozy and really soft. And oh, I just love it. I love, love, love it. So I keep loads of blankets next to there because this chair is usually where I sit to do a lot of my work. You might notice that there's no desk in this room. Now, there used to be a desk, but I removed it because it was just taking up too much space. This isn't the biggest room in the world, and quite frankly, it was just becoming a dumping ground. And I found that if ever I needed to sit at a table and work, I tended to sit in our kitchen table because I really like the light in there. I really like how open it is. So it was just becoming a bit of a dumping ground. So I decided to sell the table and my office chair and get something a lot comfier that I can sit on, sit cross-legged, do emails, watch videos, do my editing. And also it's great because I can just sit on my laptop and be really comfy. And yeah, it's really, really great, so I can just sit and do my work whilst being really comfortable. And then I've got the blankets and the extra pillow beside me so that when I inevitably get cold whilst I'm editing, I can throw on some blankets and keep myself warm. And then the pillows just so that like I don't get a sore back or anything like that, so that if I need to, I can sit up a bit nicer. But I absolutely love this chair. Again, I'll link it down below because it's just, I think it's on sale at the moment actually. And it's just so, so cute. Please excuse the very comfy casual attire that we are sporting today, but my mirror. So I have a mirror behind my made chair here, just set up in the corner, and I absolutely love having the mirror here. You might think it's a bit counterintuitive having a mirror behind a chair, but what I like about it is I can still see my full outfit. And then if I'm wanting to do like an OOTD or like a what I wore in a week and film my outfits, I can just move the chair out the way, and then I've got the whole mirror there. Now, what I really like about having it here is that this background behind me is really cute. I like having a nice background behind me in the mirror because I just think if the background looks nice, I'll look nice, which I know sounds really silly. But I also like having it here because it opens up this space a lot more. It's very light beside the window, and this space can look a little bit cramped, so having the mirror there just really opens it up and helps me out, making the room look a little bit bigger. And then it's also really handy having it there because it's right next to my wardrobe. So this is my wardrobe here. Now this is the same design as the bed. I think it's called the Hemnes collection, and we got them so that they'd be matching. We actually got this wardrobe from our last flat, so our last one didn't have a built-in wardrobe. This new flat does have a built-in wardrobe, so I decided to take this into this room and use it as my spare wardrobe for styling and basically shoving away all of my crap. So I keep my coats in this half of the wardrobe, and then I keep my shoot outfits on this half. And yes, it is very full at the moment. yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So we just kind of close it up. It literally is so full that the wardrobes don't often close properly. So I just keep that all in there so it's tucked away. And then this one here, I like it because it's another mirror. Again, it opens up the room a little bit and it's really, really great at hiding a multitude of sins. So we keep that closed 90% of the time. And then moving around to this corner, this is a corner that I only did up recently and actually I love it. So I saw this idea on Pinterest of just putting a few hooks on the wall and hanging up hats and bags and prints, and I thought it looked so cute. So I was like, okay, I need to do that myself, because this wall is behind the door so it can get hidden a lot. Obviously the door is kept open like 90% of the time, and then underneath it is the radiator, which is so ugly, but I can't do anything to cover that up. I can't really put anything over it because it is an electric radiator, so you can't even cover it with like a radiator cover or anything. So I just wanted to make the wall just look a little bit prettier. So we have a couple of hats here. These are both my summer hats. I'll link them down below. Absolutely love them. I think wicker hats look so cute when they're hung up on a wall. And then I've just put a couple of bags. So we've got my River Island sparkly bag. This is like my night out bag, my absolute fave. And then my YSL. And then also this print is just my favourite thing in the world. It says, people who argue that the glass is half empty or half full miss the point. The glass is refillable. And that's my favourite quote ever. And I actually had this made when I went to an event once. So it's not something that you can buy, but I just love the quote. I think it's really, really inspirational. You may notice I like my inspirational quotes, but I like feeling good. I like things inspiring me. I like being in a room where I feel motivated and inspired to work. So I like having that up there. And then on this door is just a multitude of bags and extra jackets. These are just like light leather jackets I can shove on the back of the door. And then these are like my bags that I can just chuck over and run out for shoot days or meetings or anything like that. Okay, and then moving round. Now this is my favourite corner of the room, and this is actually a fairly new corner. So if you follow me on Instagram, you would have heard about the shelving gate. So I bought these shelves from IKEA, and well, first of all, I measured wrong. I measured that 2 of these Billy bookcases was fit along this wall perfectly, but I didn't equate for the light switch, and also I didn't measure the skirting boards. So Alex, my partner, put one up and looked at the other and went, that's not gonna fit. Are you serious? Are you sure you've measured it? And I was like, I have. And he was like, Ellie, it's not gonna fit. So luckily we hadn't opened the other box and we could take it back, and instead I picked up a half size. But by this point I had to build it myself. And if you look really closely here, I built this one the wrong way round. So this is the wood chip side. That should be the other side. But I only noticed when it was too late and I'd already drilled the holes in the other side. So I decided to paint it, and I feel like I can get away with it. If you stand back here, you can't really notice. But yeah, that's just goes to show how good I am at DIY. But my shelves, I absolutely love these shelves. They are my pride and joy, and I thought we could just go through them. Okay, so at the top I keep some of my favourite bags, ones that I don't reach for as much but I really like having them on display. So we've got my Chloe Tess and my River Island Lady Dior dupe up there. And then I really like having books spine out. Now I know that that's very controversial. I'm probably going to have a lot of people telling me that I am a book devil. But they are really colourful books, and I quite like having this shelving unit as neutral as possible with just a couple of little pops of colour. So obviously, as you can see, mint green seems to be my pop of colour at the moment. So I like to have them spine out so that they're nice and neutral, and then I don't have to worry about things matching. And then I just keep my Gucci sunglasses in front of them so that I can grab them whenever I need to. And then on the second shelf I keep my YSL bag. That's one that I reach for fairly often, so it's quite easily accessible. And then we've got my Dior clutch and my ASOS Bottega Veneta dupe. So those are some of my absolute favourite bags. And then moving down to this shelf, I've got my jewellery box. This is actually a Pandora jewellery box. Alex got it for me a couple of years ago and I just love it. It's quite similar to the Stackers style and it's perfect for all of my everyday jewellery. I might have to invest in a new box for overflow jewellery because quite honestly I am starting to overflow. My jewellery collection is getting a little bit out of hand, but for now this is absolutely great. And then I just have a little Dior bag which I keep a lot of my Pandora boxes in there. So like for rings and bracelets, just things that I don't want to have out on display but I want to keep the box just in case. And then this is from when I went to Paris with the girls. You guys would have seen this all over my Instagram feed. So we went to Paris in January, had the best time. And yeah, I love Paris. It's just my favourite city in the entire world. And then moving over to this side, we've got the Primark sandals. You guys would have seen these in my Primark haul. Everyone is talking about these at the moment. I cannot go through my Instagram feed without seeing these pop up. They are the most gorgeous sage green colour, which is obviously the colour of the season. And they are just this stunning little strappy shoes. I absolutely love them. They're so, so flattering. And then of course we have another Desenio print. And then obviously my Louis Vuitton gets its own little cubby. I reach my Louis Vuitton all the time. It's just my everyday bag. I use it so, so often. So it deserved to have its own cubby, somewhere that I can just reach and pull it out for when I need it every single day. Moving down here, so we have the most colourful pair of shoes I think you'll ever see. Now I'm not normally an orange shoe kind of a gal, but I saw these on ASOS and I was like, I cannot not buy them. They are just the cutest shoes I've ever seen in my life. The little bows on them are adorable, and when I featured these on my feed you guys went nuts for them, so clearly you like them too. But I think they look really cute on the shelves, just styled up with quite a neutral shelf. So I just like to put all of my Jo Malone perfumes out on display. These are all my travel size ones. Now I much prefer buying travel sized of the Jo Malone perfumes because if you are a Jo Malone perfume hoarder like myself, you will know that they go off. So if I show you here, this one's gone slightly yellowy, which means it started to go off, which I'm running out, so I'm not too bothered about it. But if you keep your perfumes in direct sunlight and you keep them in a very warm space, they will go off a lot quicker. And obviously, as I like to have them on display, they are in direct sunlight. So I like to keep the travel size just so that I can go through them a lot quicker. I don't have to worry about them going off, and I don't have to worry too much about using them up before they've gone off. So I like to keep all of them out on display. And then it just means that in the morning when I'm looking for scents for what I'm feeling, I can just have a look at all my perfumes and pick my perfume according to my mood. And then I just had to show you my favourite thing in the entire room. This is my little Boobie Pot. Now this is from a company called House of Concrete. They make every single one individually. It's all handmade, so every single one is unique, and then you can go in and pick the boobies that you like the most, which I just think is so, so cute. So it is like a concrete pot, and then they just paint it the different colours. So I went for the pinky purpley kind of tone that I've got going on around the rest of the room so that it would match perfectly, and I love, love, love how it looks. I get so many questions about them. People are always like, are those boobs? I'm like, yes. Yes, they are. So I absolutely love them. I think they're so cool. And then behind them, I just have my Nasty Gal belt bag you guys would have seen in my Nasty Gal vlog, and then some books there. And then moving down to the bottom few shelves, obviously I have a Muji drawer in the corner here. I feel like it wouldn't be a blogger office / wardrobe tour if you didn't see a set of Muji drawers. But then underneath them I just keep some of my favourite neutral jumpers. These are ones that I don't reach for as much, which is why I'm happy to have them out on display so that I don't mess this corner up too much. But I really like how they look. They go really well with the vibe of the room, and I think they look so, so cute there. And then can you tell I like black boots? So these are just some of my fave black boots that I reach for quite a lot. Some of my favourite shoes. These shoes are just the cutest things in the world. They literally say bougie on them. Is that not the coolest thing? I'll link them down below. But yeah, and then on the bottom shelf we just have some shoe boxes for extra storage, my Louis Vuitton travel bag, and then this basket here is full of hair products, so like dry shampoo, straighteners, curlers, hair dryers, all that jazz. Now, if you are eagle-eyed and you watched my shelf styling video on my Instagram feed, you may notice that the shelves are already looking different, and that is because I just love styling up shelves. I love titivating with them, moving things around, styling them up. It's just what brings me joy. So these shelves will probably look different in every single video, in every single photo you see. They will look somewhat different. So I hope you guys don't mind that. But that's just the way it is with these shelves. But yeah, I just love them. I absolutely love them. They bring me so much joy. And then we have my vanity makeup table in this corner here. I absolutely love this. This was gifted to me as part of a collaboration with Made, and I'm so obsessed with it. The collab was all about storage and about things that like making it work in this room, and I was really struggling for a makeup table. I was struggling for something small enough that would just fit in this corner nicely, and I saw this on their website and I was like, okay, this is perfect. This is absolutely fate. So I love this vanity. Again, we've got a mirror on it, guys. This is one thing you'll notice about me. Around my flat I have millions of mirrors. I just like to make it look as light and as big and airy as possible. So I love to have loads of mirrors. And then what I really like about this is that it's quite like a 20s style with the 3 bits. I just think it looks really, really cool in the arch on top. So I love how this looks. Hello. And I really like how I can just see my little wall behind me when I'm getting ready and doing my makeup in the morning. Now I am thinking of spray painting the legs gold, because you may notice that there's not much rose gold in this room. It's mainly gold and black. So obviously the legs of this one are black, and then a lot of like the accents around the room and everything, that's all gold. So I am thinking of spray painting the legs gold. It's one of those jobs where I'm just like, yeah, I'll get around to it. So yeah, I love how this looks. And then obviously with my little poof, I'll link that down below. I love it. And yeah, this just brings me so much joy. Okay guys, so that was my office / dressing room tour. I really hope you enjoyed getting a little sneaky peek around it and a bit more in depth into some of the pieces that I've got in here and why and how it works and how it fits into my daily life. So I hope you can get some inspiration from this. What I really wanted to show in this video, that even if you're renting, you can still make a space really nice and really feel like you, and also even if you don't have the biggest space, you can still utilize it as best as possible. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you subscribe and come back for more. And if you do, I'll see you in my next one. Bye!